Watson rolling away, looking for something. Nobody's open. He is decked, and the Cowboys take over. DeMarvion Overshown.
Welcome in, Cowboys Nation. I'm bringing you another First and 10 presented by JCPenney. We've got a good one. We got DeMarvion Overshown with me in the studio. Okay. Oh, he's bringing the energy. We love to see it. We love to see it. I mean, you got to be feeling good, though, right? Because the Cowboys got to win. UT also undefeated. Can we talk about it?
Hey, we really supposed to be number one in the nation, but I like us at number 2. It gives us something to keep chasing. So I like that.
Second in the SEC too. I mean, a lot of doubters were proving y'all wrong. So
and look at us. Yeah. Now we the team to beat. Now everybody's scared of Texas. It's always good when Texas good. So.
And it's always good when the Cowboys get back in the win column. Now 2-2 in the season. How much better are you feeling now? You're heading into week 5.
Feel real good. I'm actually, glad, especially the competitor that we are, knowing what we went through the last couple of weeks and finally getting that hard division win. Like it feels good. It feels like, okay, what we doing is paying off. Like now let's go get another one.
That's what I want to hear. That's exactly what I want to hear from you.
Oh yeah.
But now I want to talk about you. Let's talk more about DeMarvion Overshown. How are you feeling? You had a season-ending ACL injury in 2023, but now you have continue to just play flawlessly through the first 4 weeks of the season, just showing that physicality, that speed, why the Cowboys brought you here in the first place. So how are you feeling?
I feel great, especially like being on the sideline all last year, knowing, that football is just more than a game to me. It's something that I love doing. It's something that I can truly express how I feel when I play, and that's where you see the fast and the violent, while I'm playing, because it's just a joy to do. And I feel great, coming off the injury, having had no setbacks, and basically just trusting, the process that I went through, knowing that I've done everything in order to be okay when I came back. So when I go on the field, I'm locked in. I'm not worrying about no injuries, no nothing. It's go.
Yeah, but you take more care into your rehabbing process though, right?
Right. It's definitely, like I said, it's like a prehab thing, taking care of your body before you get injured, some stuff like that, and just maintaining stuff. And I definitely was able to find some tips just being out, last year, and learning from some vets this year, just different ways to take care of your body, massages, it's other ways you can go get needle places, cryo chambers. So anything that I can get from a vet that, okay, how have you been doing this for 10 years, EK? You send me this, okay, what? So basically just taking care of my body, knowing that it's a long season and that, the team is dependent on me to be out there on the field.
Something that you had told me back in Media Day was that you can't wait to share your testimony of everything that you've gone through and how you've overcome it. Where do you feel like you are in that journey so far? I
definitely feel like I've put a part of my testimony out there just by being on the field and, playing how I played the first 4 games. Just trusting that my knee is okay, trusting that, I'm supposed to be right. I wasn't supposed to play last year. Like, my journey was supposed to start year 2 of my career, and I was supposed to showcase what I can do this year. And I feel like that's definitely, inspired some of the people that I've talked to, just asking about my story and, why do I play with so much happiness. And I tell people, I've been through so much that, football is something that I have joy in, that I do, because my family have joy in watching me play. So it's definitely just the start of my testimony. Throughout the whole year, I can't wait to talk after games, after big wins, and just share that, I'm truly blessed.
Talk about your family. How much have they played a role in who you've become?
Everything. My mom and my grandma, those 2 women right there, from knee high, they just taught me the ways of the world, and being nice, being kind, being respectful is gonna take you a long way in this world. And just growing off that, becoming the man I am, the father I am, just because of those 2 strong women holding me accountable all my life, and I definitely wouldn't be here today without them.
And something that you have spoken very vocal about is the fact that, you know, your mom, she was a custodian for about 10 years for you growing up, and you were the oldest boy in your family. And you went out to go get a job to help provide for your family growing up. Just how much has that added to your motivation that you have today?
It's definitely added, you know, just more. And it's one of those things when I talk about my mom and like the way she raised me to be a man, you know, and being that age, the man of the house, you know, at a young age, I've always knew, like, push come to shove, I gotta take care of my family. You know, I'm not gonna depend on nobody else to do that. Like, I'm gonna take that role. And when I got that job during COVID, I actually was away from school, you know, didn't go back for summer workouts because I was trying to help, you know, back home. And it really just, you know, it's a reason why I'm here today too. Just that being humbled about it, you know, that work ethic really showed, you know, when I decided to go get that job. And you know, I think about it all the time. I think about it all the time because people ask, have you ever worked a regular job? I was like, I actually did. And it was definitely in desperate times, but I go back and do it again if I had to.
That work ethic, where does it come from? Because something that you also had mentioned in a press conference was that you never want to put tape on film where you're not getting to the ball. So that's translated to you on the field, in your life, and everything that you do. So where does that work ethic come from?
My mom.
Yeah.
my MVP, my mom, it was times where she was custodian at the school, she was doing at-home healthcare, and then on Sunday she's going to play the piano at church, maybe 2 services. So, and making sure all of us eat when she got home. Like, I got 3 siblings and we all right there together in age. So you think about my mom doing all that and then having to come home and feed 4 kids while her hands hurting. You know, I've always looked at my mom as a superhero because that's just a story that's supposed to be told. That's something that, you know, you can put in a movie, the way she went about her business, she worked, was always our family backbone, and I never heard her complain.
There's nothing like moms. I don't know, they're just a little different. Different. When you talk about, you know, the fact that you grew up in East Texas, ARP, Texas. I'm a Houston girl, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't even know about ARP, Texas until so I looked up where you were from, and I saw where you had mentioned that it's about 900 people, about $8.99 when you left.
$8.99.
$8.99. How much has growing up in a smaller town that's kind of been that blue collar mentality, get your hands dirty, and kind of that work ethic as well, how much has that community taught you?
Oh, they taught me so much. You know, it's a family community, and you know, we all just try to do great and help one another. And I knew, you know, coming from that small town, you know, benefited me so much in different ways. Even when going to college, I was going to college with like a lot of guys that came from Houston. So they used to being around a lot of people, probably seeing some of the faces that was already in the building. But coming from a town like I came from, ARP, you know, where that community is so strong, knowing that no matter where you are, you got the love, you got the support, all that you need, and you just want to do good for those people. Because there's so many people with those, you know, you say small town, big dreams. It's so many people that I bumped shoulders with back home that could have been in this situation due to some circumstances they didn't. So I get to live some people's dream, you know, and I definitely take full honor in that. I go home a lot, you see kids that, I want to play for the Cowboys just like you, I want to grow up and be that. So, you know, being a role model like that, an inspiration, it keeps me going. It makes me want to be, you know, the best I can be, the best leader I can be.
Is it ever tough having to carry that weight of being the person that made it out and just having to be that role model for a lot of younger kids that want to be like you?
I wouldn't say it's tough. I say I'm tough on myself just because I want to do so good. I want to be so good. But you know, it's never pressure because, like I say, all of it that's come from back home, it's all love, it's all support. As they say, I've made it. Like to them, I've made it. But to me, this up here is like making it. So it's still more steps. So they're gonna be proud of me if I was to lace them, untie my shoes and be done now. They still gonna be proud of me, and that's one reason why, you know, I love doing what I do and going back home because I know no matter what, you know, my family, my hometown, they already proud of me.
There was some doubt, though, that you would make it to the NFL. I saw where, you know, one of your high school coaches had mentioned that he didn't really know that this was something that he would see, but, you know, you had mentioned that you already knew that you were going to make it to the NFL. You had no doubt in your mind. What drove that belief?
Just manifestation and knowing that I'm blessed and hearing it from my mom and my grandma all the time, like, every time you're on the field, every time you're on the basketball court, like people are watching you, people are expecting you to do good, and like you can just see on the face, on your face out there that you're so happy to be out there that, you know, this is your calling. This is your calling. And I knew once I got the offer from Texas, that's all I wanted to go to Texas. Before, you know, I even knew I wanted to play in the NFL, I knew I wanted to go to Texas. And I looked at that as my opportunity. That was my shot. Once I got in, it wasn't no turning back, and it was the ways that I can provide and take care of my family, you know, right now, and that's what I've always been about. Like, how can I do it right now so they ain't gotta wait 10, 20 years when I retire, and this was the way.
Real fast, let me spitfire some questions. What is your weirdest craving?
Weirdest craving? I like Takis and nacho cheese.
Oh, that is probably the worst.
Or hot Cheeto puffs. I'm telling you, hot Cheeto puffs, but you on your little 75-day challenge thing.
I know, yeah. Typically mine would be like hot Cheetos and maybe like goldfish mixed together. Just try it. I know, it's a little weird craving. Don't judge me. Please don't judge me at all.
Goldfish.
We'll see. You should try it out, then come and holler at me later.
Okay, you try mine out.
All right, bet. Deal. All right, well, that'll wrap up here for First and 10 presented by JCPenney. We'll see y'all next week.